Hey, welcome to the testimony of Jesus. In this current world of uncertainty, of challenges, of struggles that many might be going through, it is still good to know that there is hope, that good things are still happening, that God is still changing people's story, that God is still speaking, and God is still working his miracles. Our testimony of Jesus, we are bringing to you today, I'm bringing to you today the testimony of one of our sisters, Ronke. I'm going to be using a generic name. Ronke was the kind of person you can describe that her life was upside down. No father, no mother, no house. She has virtually stolen from everybody in the community. She practically steals to eat. Everybody knows her as a nuisance. She has virtually slept with almost all the young men in the community. And her pregnancy, she cannot even trace the father. Now she's left with a child that she has to take care of, and she cannot even fully take care of herself. Now, when her activities was too much in the community people and head agreed that they should drive Ronke out of the community, and they gave her 7 days to leave the community. 7 days to gather herself together and leave. But along the line, Ronke met with Jesus. She had the message of hope. She had the message of faith, and she gave her life to Christ. And that was where her change began. Now, the senior pastor assigned her to a junior pastor for Bible study. So the first week, Ronke was there in Bible study. The second week, she was there in Bible study. Third week, nobody saw Ronke anymore. Nobody saw her until after about a month or so. Someone walked into the office of the senior pastor, and the pastor was asking him, "Young lady, do I know you?" Because the person was looking so decorated. The pastor has never met her before. He couldn't recognize her. And he said, "Young lady, who are you?" And she said, "I'm Ronke." "Which Ronke?" "See, Ronke that God saved so time, that was doing Bible study after this." He said, "You? I've been looking for you. I didn't see you. The pastor didn't see you. None of us could trace you." Let me tell you something. God can change your story in a twinkling of an eye. He created the world in 6 days. 1 day is too much for him to change your story. From grass, God decorated this young lady. Now, what happened? On the 7th day, that was the last day that they were to drive her from the village, Ronke packed her bag. It was a nylon bag, not even a Ghana must go. That was all she had, containing her things and that of her baby. And she said, "God, you own me now. I am about to be driven from this village, from this community, and I don't know where to go. I have few hours to leave this place, and there is no hope of where to go. If you don't visit me now, I don't know what next will happen to me." Those were her words to God, words directly from her heart to God. And she took her paper bag and sat down, and she was waiting as the hours were counting, when the community people will come and take her away and throw her out of the community. Then something happened. 1 hour to the time, somebody dressed en suit, well dressed, not the normal kind of people you see in the community, walked into her door and asked her, "I'm looking for one Ronke They say she stays here. He said, yes. Do I know you? I am Ronke. He said, I have been looking for you for years. He said, I am your father's lawyer. And your father left his estates for you. Ronke said, I can't remember my father to the extent of him leaving estates for me. And the man explained to Ronke. And that was the beginning of the change of Ronke's story. From somebody that has no home, that was living in the grandparents' home, somebody that has no identity, that has no color, that the life was beaten and battered, to an owner of estate. The funniest thing was that the biggest house in that community belonged to Ronke's father without her knowing. And that house was willed to her. So automatically, Ronke has the biggest house in the community that they were to drive her from. Apart from the houses she has in other places. Now, from the bottom, the bottommost bottom, Ronke is now the number one person in that community. That was how God changed her story and decorated her life. Let me tell you something. There is nothing too hard for God. He said, I'm the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Whatsoever you might have been going through now, I want to tell you something. That God still decorates. God still beautifies. God still elevates. God still promotes. As you are watching this, your testimony will be sure. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel, and share our videos so that other people can be encouraged too. And God bless you as you do. Thank you.